How we doing? How we doing? How we doing, guys? Welcome to the Exec Talk Podcast. I'm your host, Evelez Wasan. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Follow me on all my socials. Let's get it. Okay, so had some incredible, and I do mean incredible game fours. Knicks Pistons. Timberwolves Lakers. Boston took a 3-1 lead on the Magic, and then the Pacers just run around the Bucks. But Knicks, Pistons, and Wolves Lakers are the two that we're gonna really dive into. The other two were eventually, threes were gonna take over, even though they couldn't get inside, so they couldn't get outside shots because the Magic decided to. We'll get to it, but. So Knicks Pistons. Knicks win game 4 on a non-call on Tim Hardaway Jr. shooting a 3. Close out by Josh Hart. He makes contact with shooting this way. The left side, the left shoulder. He's jumping. So basically, Tim Hardaway jumps into him and to get the shot off. No call. Come to find out after the game. Refs go after the 2-minute report, and they say it should have been a foul. He should have been at the line for 3 free throws. Considering the lead was just 2, they probably would have won the game. It was at zeros on the clock, essentially like 0.3, 0.5. But leading into that was Jalen Brunson and KAT just taking over the game offensively. This is after Jalen Brunson gets hurt with that right ankle again that was bothering him and made him lose some time in the regular season. He gets hurt. He comes back in and then just Mr. Clutch again. He was the clutch player of the year this year. And that's what he does. But then KAT hit some of the craziest shots he's ever hit in his career for the moment that he hit them. He had a fadeaway from like 15 to 18. Actually, I'm going to get you exactly how far that shot was. Also, another thing you got to take in mind is that the Pistons had a 11-point lead with 3 minutes left. So they tricked that shit off. They tricked that shit off for real. So then it was a 1-point game. 94-93 is how it ended. If we go to the play-by-play, though, I'm going to take you straight to the fourth quarter. This game was close from the beginning. I mean, it was at the end of the first, it was 29-19, so that's okay. That's 10 points to the Knicks. This was in Detroit. At the end of the first half, 50-43, 7 points. In the playoffs, that's nothing. Third, 71-64 Pistons, so they go into the fourth quarter with a 7-point lead. And then they have the lead all the way. It's 64-74, 10-14 left. You got 76-66. That's a 10-point lead, 8-point lead. But we get all the way to like 5 minutes left. And it's 84-79. Tim Hardaway makes a 3, 84-79. Jalen Brunson makes an 11-foot jump shot. It's a 3-point game. Jalen Brunson makes a 26-foot 3. It's tied, 84-84. Dennis Schroeder makes a step-back jump shot, 86. Cade Cunningham makes a 2-foot jump shot after a missed floater by Jalen Brunson. Makes it 88-84. 3 minutes left. 88-84, 3 minutes left. So not an 11-point lead. 4-point lead. But they got walked down from. It started going bad at 68-79. 11-point lead, 8:35 left. From there, it got closer and closer and closer. And it was just within 2-3 until they tied it at 4:07 with Jalen Brunson's 3. Then we get to them still leading with 2:20 left. Tim Hardaway makes a three, makes it a 4-point game, 91-87. Jalen Brunson comes back down, makes a 4-foot jump shot, a 4-footer, 89-91. Tim Hardaway makes another 15-footer. It's 89-93. Karl Anthony Towns drives right towards the baseline. I believe who's covering him. It might have been Jalen Duren who was covering him, or Asar, but I think it was Jalen Duren. He's a full speed. You know how KAT full speed, hard to stop, right? So full speed, big strides, and then just stops, turns, takes this leaning fadeaway going behind the backboard. And when that goes in, I'm like, that's one of the craziest shots I've ever seen from KAT. And then comes down the next possession after he makes that. It's 91-93. And to take the lead, he takes a 27-foot step back. Boom. 94-93. 47 seconds left. Want to talk about clutch. Pistons, full timeout. Cade Cunningham, out of bounds, loses the ball in a turnover. So what happens now? Jalen Brunson misses a 3-footer to possibly make it a 3-point lead. Cade gets the defensive rebound. Karl Anthony Towns takes their last foul to give with 11 seconds left. And then with 11 seconds left, Cade misses a 14-foot pull-up. Tim Hardaway gets the offensive rebound. And then Tim Hardaway misses the three that should have been fouled. Call. He would have gone to the line. They would have won the game. Because at .01 was when he shot the three. But if we look at the box score, it's a little bit more telling. For the Knicks, Miles Bridges gave you 8. OG Anunoby gave you 8. But OG just has to play good defense on Cade. That's all I want from OG. KAT gave you 10 of 23, 5 of 7 from 3, 27 and 9. That's what you want from KAT. Jalen gave you 39 minutes, 13 of 26, 4 of 7 from 3, 32, 5, and 11 assists. Not much else you can ask from Brunson. Josh Hart gives you 42 minutes, 4 of 9, 3 of 5 from 3, 14 minutes, 14 points, 5 assists. So your starters at least 3 of your starters got busy. They got nothing from their bench. 5 points from Miles McBride. That's it. From Deuce. 5 points. That's it. Nothing else from the bench. They shot 46% from 3. 15 of 33. And they shot better from 3 than from the field because they shot 91 shots in total. They made 34 of them. That is 37%. But we go to the Pistons. Tobias got 18 and 8. Asar is 8 and 4. Tim Hardaway Jr. is 5 of 16, 4 of 13 from 3. That hurt. 14 points only. Jalen Duren's 3 of 5, 6 points with 4 rebounds. Should have gotten more. And then Cade goes 11 of 23, but 0 for 3 from 3. Gets a 25, 10, and 10. Only Piston ever besides Isaiah Thomas to get a triple-double, which is crazy to believe in their history. They've been around since like the early 80s, if not like before. And they get 13 from Malik Beasley off the bench, 6 from Dennis Schroeder. But then let's look at the turnovers, because that's usually where the difference is, right? Turnovers are 10 by the Knicks, 17 by the Pistons. That's where the game shifted. That right there is where the game shifted. 17 turnovers to 10. They shoot 82% from the line, but they shoot 24% from 3. God awful. 7 of 29 as a team. But they shoot 43% from the field. So way better than the Knicks. But the Knicks hit better threes. So what do I see in this series? What I see is that the Pistons have dominated all the halves of this series. The Knicks have just been better in the fourth quarter. Late fourth quarter. When it's close. We're going to talk about another series. We're in the late fourth quarter. When shit's close. One guy and one team steps above the rest. Their opponents. So it's now 3-1 heading back to New York to try to close it out. And I think they will. Brunson's playing absolutely insane. He's quickly climbing up the ledges on the Knicks historical books in the playoffs. KAT's playing great. I think this KAT and Julius Randle trade played out the best for both teams. Absolutely. KAT's playing great in the playoffs for the Knicks, something that he didn't do for the Wolves. And Julius Randle's playing great for the Wolves, something he didn't do for the Knicks in the playoffs or in any other team that he was in. So 94-93. You think that's the craziest game? Yeah, you could say that. But then how about 116, 113, 43 points, 9 assists, and 6. And 9 rebounds and 6 assists from the man, the young myth, the legend, Anthony It's Time Edwards. Man, when it gets to my last 5 minutes of the game, they're just like, yo, superstar. I've been telling you guys this 2 years straight. A champion is not built in 1 year. A champion has to get his calluses. A legend has to get his calluses in the postseason. He took him to the second round. Last year, he took him to the Western Conference Finals. This year, he's looking to go to the final round. And he's going to want to knock off legends to do it. The youngest player he's going to face in this whole run is going to be Shea. The youngest superstar he's going to face is Shea. You could say Luka. Luka's 25. Shea's 26. But relatively speaking, he's going to have to knock off the MVP to get to the finals. Unless somehow OKC loses to like Denver or Clippers, which would be crazy. But let's go play by play of this game because it was Lakers after the first quarter. Lakers winning by 4, 32-28. After the second quarter, in the half, Lakers lead by 4. Timberwolves lead by 4 at halftime, 58-61. After the third quarter, 94-84 Lakers heading into the fourth quarter with a 10-point lead. We go to the fourth. It was a back and forth thing. It was Minnesota made a shot. Somebody from the Lakers made a shot. It was like that until the last 5 minutes. So the Lakers got all the way to, so it was 97-90, and then 99-90, and then 99-92. Anthony Edwards makes a 12-foot floater. Then Anthony Edwards makes a 3-point shot at 7:43 to make it a 4-point game, 99-95. Then Luka makes a 12-footer, 101-95. Then Jaden McDaniels makes a 5-footer, 97-101. This is 6:06 left, 6:31 left. Then Julius misses a 3. Conley with the rebound. Julius misses a driving floater. Another offensive rebound. Dorian Finney-Smith, loose ball foul. Dante DiVincenzo comes into the game. Anthony Edwards misses a 28-foot 3 at 5:21 left, 101-97. LeBron, defensive rebound. Luka gets fouled by Julius Randle. He makes all 3 free throws. He got fouled at the 3-point line. He makes all 3 free throws. 104-97, 5:06 left. Naz makes a 6-footer, 104-99. Naz shoots a 26-foot 3 from the top of the key off of Jaden McDaniels' assist, 104-102. Lakers full timeout. LeBron smokes a layup. Anthony Edwards gets fouled at the 3-point line by Luka. He makes all three, takes the lead by one. Rui makes a three-pointer. 107, 105, 3:32 left. Naz Reid makes a three-pointer. They go back up. 108, 107, 3:21. Then Luka misses a three. Anthony Edwards misses a 19-foot jump shot. Austin Reaves misses a 25-footer. Dante DiVincenzo makes a driving layup off of Anthony Edwards' assist where he gets fouled. It's 111, 107. Okay, 4-point lead. 107, 111. Then they go back down. Julius Randle, a foul. But it was on the floor. Then Austin Reaves makes a 24-footer. 111, 110. Then LeBron James blocks the shit out of Dante DiVincenzo's floater. Dorian Finney-Smith gets the defensive rebound. Then it kicks out. It passes around and gets back to Dorian Finney-Smith, top of the key. 25-footer, 113, 111. Timberwolves timeout. Then LeBron blocks Naz Reid's driving layup. But LeBron takes a 26-footer, which was not a 26-footer. It was like a 30-footer, and it was 54.1 seconds left in the game. You're up by 2, and you take a 30-footer thinking that that's a hero shot to nail it in the coffin. That's it. It's over. No. Jaden McDaniels gets the defensive rebound. Jaden McDaniels makes a dunk on the other side off a Naz Reid assist, gets fouled, gets back the lead 114, 113, excuse me, after the foul. Then Lakers take a timeout. A bad pass by LeBron. So what happened in that play? LeBron is at the end of the half court line on the Timberwolves side of the court. He has Jaden McDaniels top blocking Luka from his right side. And LeBron, instead of throwing it to his left side where there was a little bit of pocket with Austin Reaves and Dorian Finney-Smith there so he could pass the ball, no, he throws it to his right side and McDaniel steals the ball. Okay? So McDaniel steals the ball. Lakers take a full timeout. And then Naz Reid drives, passes it in the lane to Ant. Ant's going to go up and gets hit on the wrist, but originally is called out of bounds on him, makes the ball go out, bounce off of him. Immediately, he's like, yo, that was a foul. Review, challenge it. Evidently, they got the skybox, the Skyhawk cam. It hit him right on right here as the ball was right here. And LeBron wanted to say after the game, the hand's part of the ball. Nah, bro. You hit the wrist. You ain't hit no hand. You hit the wrist. It was a foul. Foul gets called, gets reversed. Anthony hits both free throws. It's a 3-point game, and then they have no timeouts, so they get Luka to pass it to LeBron, to then pass it to Austin Reaves in the corner, and he misses a 3. Jaden McDaniels gets the rebound, and they win 116-113, 3-1 series lead, and this series is over whether the Lakers and you guys, Lakers fans, like it or not. Ant is about to bounce you out. Let's look at the box score. You get an amazing game from Rui Hachimura, 9 of 16 in 41 minutes, 5 of 10 from 3, 23 points, 5 rebounds. LeBron, 46 minutes, most of anybody. 5 of 9, 2 of 4, didn't shoot anything in the fourth quarter, except that 3. Didn't score in the fourth quarter, but he scored 27 and 8 with 2. Everything was at the 17 of those were at the line. Seriously. I'll tell you exactly how many were at the line, because in the first quarter, he was living at the line. 15 of 18. So 15 of his 27 points were at the line. Then you have Jackson Hayes, 2 points, didn't play, 4 minutes. That's it. Their tallest player. Luka went 46 minutes, 13 of 28, 5 of 12 from 3, 38 points, 1 rebound, 2 assists. That's not, if you would just let him score and don't let him kill you with the assist, he can give you 38, but you can still win. Austin Reaves, 35 minutes, 6 of 14, 5 of 12, 17 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists. Their bench, Dorian Finney-Smith gave him 6, and that's it. They shot 45% from the field and 40% from three as a team. As for the Wolves, Julius Randle in 43 minutes, 9 of 22, 3 of 8 from three, 25 minutes. Another guy that got to the line. I believe he got to the line. Let me see. Free throws. Oh, no, he just went 4 of 4. Yeah, 9 of 9. I mean, he shot 22 times, 9 of 22 bad, but he hit 3 threes, 25 minutes, 7 rebounds, 4 assists. McDaniels, 38 minutes, 6 of 11, excellent defense, 2 of 13 from 3, 16 and 11. Gobert played 26 minutes, 1 of 6 from the field, 10 rebounds, 5 points. Mike Conley, 1 of 5 from the field, 0 of 4 from 3, 2 points. Ant Edwards, 44 minutes, 12 of 23 shooting, 5 of 10 from 3, 43, 9, and 6. In every single playoff series that this man has been, he scored over 40 at least once. At 23 years old. That's what you guys got to understand. This kid is 23 years old. Not a 25, not a 26, not a 27-year-old. When people are supposed to win championships, 26, 27, 28, that's the range of winning championships. This guy's 23, and he has a legit shot this year. His bench also gave Naz Reid gave him 12, 4 of 7, 2 of 4 from 3. The 2 threes were huge down the stretch. DiVincenzo, 8 huge points, 3 of 11 from the field, 1 of 4 from 3, but huge 8 points and great defense. Nickeil Alexander-Walker gave him 5. Terrence Shannon Jr. played 3 minutes. He gave him 0. They shot 39% from 3, 42% from the field. Now let's look at the turnovers. Okay? 10 for the Lakers. 9 for the Timberwolves. Okay, so that's not the difference. So what about rebounds? 49 to 41. Well, that's not a difference. So where could it be? Where's the difference? 26 of 33 from the line. 22 of 25 from the line. Better for the Lakers. So where's this difference at? Oh, yeah, Anthony Edwards. That's where the difference is at. Offensive rebounds, 18 to 11. There's the difference. The glass. The type of glass. That's where it's at. Right there. And yes, JJ Redick took a gamble. He played his starters all 24 minutes in the second half. Hadn't been done since play tracking had been established in 1997 and 96 and 98. But he knew how important that game was. Now, can you trust Gabe Vincent? That's why you brought him in there. You know, could you trust Jackson Days? Clearly not. 4 minutes. So, you know, that's what you get, unfortunately. But thank God, man, Ant is playing his ass off, and I love to see it. My favorite player behind Steph Curry, and Steph is playing his ass off. They're the 2 best players in the playoffs right now, in my opinion. Just overall, just dominant, showing what superstars do. Carry team. All right, the other 2 games, guys, honestly, Celtics win 107-98. The Magic strategy of just playing one-on-one, not allowing threes, not allowing the double team to the kick out, they started to, basically roll Kristaps Porzingis to the rim. It was a close game, but then Jason Tatum kind of took over. He dropped 37, 3 of 10 from the field. You know he can't shoot from 3 for his life. He went 10 of 25. But Derek White went 7 of 11, 2 of 6 from 3. He dropped 18. Porzingis dropped 19, 2 of 4 from 3, 7 of 14. Jaylen Brown dropped 21, 6 of 16. They only shot 29% from 3, but they shot 44% from the field and shooting 27% and 43% from the field. Banchero dropped 31 and 7 and 3. Franz brought 24, 6 and 7, but then they got Wendell Carter with 9, Corey Joseph with 12, Caldwell Pope with 8. If Caldwell Pope would have gave him 15, they possibly could have won. Anthony Black gave him 10 off the bench. But, you know, if we look at the play-by-play, after the first quarter, It was 32-29. Close. Boston. Half. 53-48. Boston. Okay, still close, right? Third quarter. They took off. 79-75. You're thinking like, okay, Magic can definitely do this. And then they got it to 84-84. They tied it. At one point, they tied it down the stretch. I think it was with right here. Wendell Carter makes a tip shot. 4:18 left. Tie it. Celtics take a full timeout. Kristaps Porzingis misses an alley-oop. And then an offensive rebound by Kristaps Porzingis. 93-91. And then they never looked back. That was a foul. 94-91. And then Jaylen Brown hits a free throw after getting fouled. Then it's 96-91. Kentavious Caldwell hits a technical free throw. And then Tatum makes a 10-footer. And then Tatum makes 3 free throws because Paolo fouls him on a 3-point shot after review. 101-92. And Paolo makes a driving. It was over by then. And then Tatum makes another 2 free throws. Tatum makes another 2 free throws. Horford made another 2 free throws. It was just walked them down at the free throw line. But this series is over. It's 3-1. It was a valiant effort by the Magic. I think that they would greatly benefit from getting a second scorer, whether that's in the draft or somebody in free agency. KD would be a good upgrade for this team. Just some scoring in lieu of their 2 stars. You know, somebody that can get his own, doesn't need a screen, doesn't need nothing, could just rise up and really score. I think that would be great for him. But Boston looks strong, not as strong as ever. They're still nicked up. Jrue Holiday didn't play this game. Jason is still dealing with that wrist. You still have Jaylen Brown dealing with that knee. Kristaps has that gash on his head, but they pulled it out. And then Pacers, Bucks, we're not going to talk about this. This is literally a massacre, 129-103. At the end of the second quarter, it was already done. The worst thing that came out of this game and the biggest thing is that Damian Lillard tore his Achilles. He was trying to get a loose ball. He pushed off, and his right Achilles gave out. He sat on the floor, knowing what had happened. So it's bad for Dame, 34, 35 years old. We'll see if he wants to come back from that. I think he will. He doesn't want to go out like that, obviously. But, it's tough. I think the Bucks are probably going to lose Giannis this year. I think he does leave. Somebody like Houston could use him. Miami, of course. Orlando. A lot of teams could use Giannis, but I think he's really gonna want to leave after this. Today, at 7:30, we have Cavaliers Heat. We'll probably get swept. So that's probably over and done with. It's at home, unfortunately. And then at 10, the Warriors leading 2-1. Jimmy coming back. Jimmy will play this game at home to try to take a 3-1 lead to then set themselves up to get a gentleman's sweep at Houston to then probably go up against the Wolves in a matchup of absolute titans, Curry versus Ant. Looking forward to that, but got to take care of business first. I think the Warriors will. I think Jimmy has a pretty good game, even if it's not scoring. I think Curry's going to be Curry. And I got the Warriors for sure. All right, guys, that is it. I love you guys. Thank you for all the support. God bless you guys. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, follow me on all my socials, and I leave you all with the outro.
Que todos quieren ser el chamaquito que no puede